Hi everyone. I don't have any specific topic for my vlog today. It's just that it's Tuesday, and on Thursday I'm going in for scans in the breast center, a place I have not been inside of since walking out last July and finding out that I had breast cancer. So it was interesting because I'm looking through my old vlogs, not watching them, just looking at the titles for all of them, regardless of, well, I should say regardless. If all shows that everything is fine tomorrow, I am having plastic surgery in January, which at this point feels like it's right around the corner. It's almost December, so it's like 7 weeks or so. And I told my boss already before, but I mentioned it to my current boss was not there a year ago when all this stuff happened and I was out last time. The president of my board of directors was, and they were talking about some sort of plan for something or other, and I said, well, we just have to keep in mind that, like, I'm going to be out in January, and I'm like, oh, I don't think he knows, and I didn't, like, put a formal letter in or anything. I haven't for two reasons. One, for some reason, my surgery is not in the gateway. I don't know why. I weirdly found the card from Plastics that says on it, like, this is the day of the surgery and here's where it's going to be. So it's booked. It's just for some reason not in the gateway. I don't know why. I'm having it done at an MGH affiliated hospital, so I'm not sure why it's there, and I can easily reach out, but one thing at a time. I need to get through Thursday first. And yeah, I'm looking at these old vlogs just to kind of get an idea of assuming that everything is fine on Thursday and I have my surgery in January. I don't remember a lot of, like, when I was able to do certain things or when I wasn't able to do certain things. And shortly before I decided to hit record and do a vlog, I saw that at 4 weeks post-op, I still wasn't driving yet. And granted, like, I'm having things tweaked, and it's not like I'm not having as invasive a procedure as a double mastectomy, but, like, it was 4 weeks before I was able to drive. So even if it's like 2 or 3 weeks, that's just driving. That's not even like making a lunch and going to work and typing and all that stuff. And I just, like, I have no idea how long I'm going to be out for. And to have to think about all that stuff again. Granted, I'm, like, choosing to go in for my surgery, although I couldn't imagine, like, not going in for the surgery because I'm having pain and issues and that need to get fixed. But it's like, yeah, like, here I am, like, doing it all over again. It's not the same, I get it, but there are certain things that are the same, where, like, you go back to having T-Rex arms, and my kids were trying to figure out, like, oh, I can take off this day at work, or I could take off that day at work, or I can just work a half a day. And I'm like, I don't know if you really get it, because like, okay, you could come home early that day, but what does that mean? Like, I don't have breakfast or lunch because, like, I can't make myself stuff. I can't, I have to go back to thinking of how I'm going to do it to even get a bowl down, or I can't lift a pot. I can't make scrambled eggs because I can't, like, woo to whisk eggs together. And I just forget all the little things that I couldn't do before, even, like, brushing your hair and stuff, which, whatever, I can have bad hair for a couple of weeks. But I'm trying to, oh God, I've been so achy. I don't know what's going on. Like, something's just not right. I've been so achy and stiff. And granted, I did a lot for Thanksgiving. Like, I cooked a whole Thanksgiving dinner on my own for my kids, and I baked 2 pies from scratch. And, well, I shouldn't say from scratch. I used canned pumpkin And I use, well, I guess it's sort of kind of from scratch. I used canned pumpkin, I used a pre-made crust, but I did peel 8 freaking apples, which was a big deal for apple pie because a year ago, last Thanksgiving, I couldn't make apple pie because I couldn't hold apples plural to be able to like cut peel them and core them and then like slice them. Like I couldn't do all those things last year, so it was kind of nice that I was able to do all that, to take like a, what, my turkey was almost 12 pounds, like to take a 12-pound turkey and cook it in and out of the oven and basting it and stuff, and all these things that I couldn't do before, and or a year ago at least. So like it is, I do see how far I've come since then. It's just frustrating to have to go into the land of like, watching what I'm carrying. And one of the vlogs I came across was one where someone had dropped off groceries and there was a gallon of milk. And I'm like, what the fuck do I do with this? I haven't cursed in a while. Because I'm like, I can't pick up a gallon. How do I get a gallon of milk to my friggin' fridge? And I mean, this is why I'm scheduling the surgery now while my kids are home, if they can help. But, I can't ask them to be home, 3 weeks, 24/7. Granted, even like the first time through, I didn't have someone here like all day long for more than 2 weeks, 10 days. I don't even remember, something like that. I don't know. Like, hopefully this will just be it. Hopefully everything will be fine on Thursday. I'll get the scans done. They'll say we didn't find anything. I'll go about my happy day and, like, just move along, have the surgery done. Everything will go as normal. It's kind of ironic because right now I'm wearing my, you can go down here. I'm wearing my Lifesaver socks, which were the socks. They're compression socks. They're the socks that I wore when I had my surgery. I intentionally wore the Lifesaver ones, like, so that my life would be saved, which it was. And I weirdly, too, went back to taking out my cross and my faith pendant that I got from someone. I don't know, it's just a weird time. I'm not, someone asked me if I was anxious about it, and I'm like, I'm not anxious about it. I don't really have emotion about it. I know that I'm nervous just because my stomach has been telling me that I'm nervous. And then someone asked me today, like, I haven't told a lot of people, by the way, like, really haven't told a lot of people that I'm having my scans done tomorrow, because if there's no sense in, like, getting anyone worked up if it's going to be fine. I can mention it after the fact. And I've mentioned on here, too, about, like, issues I've had with my left breast. It's just other stuff was happening, especially the brain fog thing, which I don't like. The brain fog thing popped up like 2 or 3 times where it made me stop doing what I normally do, and that just scared me. And I think that's what finally made me put my message up on the gateway, like, hello, something's up, and I don't know what's going on. I'm, nervous that something's wrong. But somebody asked me today what my gut tells me. And it was so interesting because I'm like, my gut's not telling me anything. I don't trust my gut right now because it's not saying anything. My gut said that there was like nothing wrong when I had my MRI in the first place last year. Like, never, I mean, of course everyone's going to say this, like, who's going to expect to get cancer, but like, it was just so not even on my radar that, like, of course my gut said that I would have the MRI and just go home and everything would be fine. Like, maybe if I had, like, a cyst or something fluid-based, like, I could see that. But, like, never in a million years thought this was going to happen. Some things you can take ownership over. Like, if I were to smoke a lot and get lung cancer, I'd be like, okay, well, that makes sense, There was no sense in this. It's like, I don't understand. I've had a lot of, I've I sound like I'm not going to be here. I am going to be here. But, in general, like, I have evolved very much in my life as I've gotten older. And I have some great blessings in my life. And I've also had some very traumatic experiences in my life. Um, traumatic things. Like I went through a divorce. That was messy. I got into a car accident, totaled my car. I was okay, and my kids were okay, but my car wasn't. I've had traumatic things happen. There are other things too. I'm not going to go through every little aspect of my life with you. No offense, but like I do have boundaries. There were other things that have happened in my life that are just, not the routine. And I've made it through them. And it's like I've had enough now. Like, can I just get a freaking break and just be and just move on? I'm tired of all of it, to the point that, like, I'm not resigned. I just don't have a lot of emotion about it. I will. My loop run's next week. My 15th loop run is next week. So the emotions will come. Like, I will start crying for no reason, I'm sure. Maybe I'll get a break this month. I don't know, because last month was really tough after my loop run. I don't know what the hell's going on. Usually at this point, I'm like crying a lot for no reason. That hasn't happened yet. Knock on wood. But I almost like don't have emotion. And that's like, I'm usually a very sensitive person, and it's weird for me to just have no emotion. I'm just going about, I have 4 days of doctor's appointments this week. Not because like anything's like seriously wrong. It's just a lot of appointments just happen to be this week, and that's how I schedule them. Some are just follow-ups and stuff, but then I have the big appointment on Thursday with the ultrasound, and it'll be really weird if I end up having the same technicians that I had the first time through. I only remember some of them based because everyone is still wearing masks and stuff, but I remember one woman, I remember her hair, I remember her eyeshadow, and actually 2 of them had really cool colored hair. One was like a yellowish green, if I remember correctly, and the other one was like a bright maroon, like a mulberry color. Granted, it was a year ago, so it could change. I think my hair was purple. No, that was the year prior. Anyway, I just kind of don't have emotion right now. I'm not sad about all the stuff with my boob. I am not... I'm concerned, not enough to be scared. I don't know. It's just weird. I don't recognize myself these days. I really don't. It's like, I don't know who I am. I don't know, like, what I'm doing half the time. It's just like you take every second as it comes, because I don't know. I don't know. It's a weird time too, because like the empty nesting thing, like my kids came home for Thanksgiving, and like I still in my mind think that I'm like 20 and I'm not. And like I would be the one to go to somebody's house and like, bring something for Thanksgiving, whatever. And now like they come back home here and I'm the one who's cooking, and they bring stuff with them to complement what I'm making. And I'm like, when did I become the person that was like the older person that people come home to? It's just weird. I don't know. I'm not liking my body at all. My hair's actually not been too bad. I have to wash it tomorrow. It usually looks better when I haven't washed it in a while, but like this Biolage color thing is cool. I mean, you could see this change in color there, but I don't know. I kind of like that it's been this color, and I'm grateful that I didn't need chemo, that I kept my hair. I'm annoyed that my eyebrow hair is thinning, but I don't think that's because of anything cancer related. I just think I've heard as women get older, people get older in general, they lose their hair, including your eyebrow hairs. So I'm becoming more talented at doing my eyebrows, though I didn't really do them much this morning. I'm just in a weird place. And it's almost like I have to do like homework to study to see like what do I have to put in place for the surgery in January. It's like dumb things. Like I already bought the laundry detergent sheets because I know I won't be able to reach up high to pour, because even pouring is going to hurt. Cutting things is going to hurt. I'm going to have to buy like disposable like hot like cups like for hot beverages and stuff to have coffee in the morning, because I can't like even to clean a mug when you put your hand then you twist it back and forth and stuff to clean it, like you can't really do that. Just like dumb things. Like I know that I'll have a lot of help with people bringing things, at least I hope, again. The baskets that I got, I'm glad I didn't get rid of them, because I will need to have things T-Rex arm level again in order to reach stuff. I ordered myself, as a single person, who I'm with my kids every other Christmas, because that's what happens when you get divorced, and holidays are based on culture, not necessarily secular stuff. So yeah, I only see my kids every other year for Christmas, which is hard. But anyway, so when it's Christmas morning, I'm like, I still want to have a bunch of presents under the tree. So what I started doing after I got, it took me a couple of years to start doing this, instead of being just sad that I was like on my own, I would buy myself gifts and stuff, like not crazy things, whatever. I would buy myself gifts like around like Cyber Monday, Black Friday and stuff. And then and then I'd wrap them. And then by the time Christmas came around, like I don't even remember what I had gotten. And then I just put it under the tree. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I got this for myself. And of course it's what I wanted, because I was the one who picked it out. So like little things, like I just ordered a 12 Days of Christmas. It's like an Advent thing, but obviously for the 12 days of Christmas, so it starts on Christmas. And it's different chapstick flavors. Because one thing that you definitely need when you have surgery, I think no matter what kind of surgery, is stuff to keep your lips moist. Because your lips just get really dry, like in the hospital and when you're healing and stuff. I just remember going through a ton of different types of lip balms and stuff. So I ordered the 12 days of chapstick. And they come in these fun little holiday flavors. And, you know, if I have like candy cane on my lips or whatever, it might make me somewhat more cheery when I have the surgery done in January. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't really have much of a purpose today. I haven't really been vlogging a lot. I'm in a weird space. Shocker. I feel like I've been in a weird space, and I don't know. I did lose 4 pounds. I feel like with Thanksgiving, it just came back. I found this shirt, which is great, because I can button it, and it's long, and you don't see my big ass belly. And you can even see here, like, because somebody was asking me today, I just stopped to see a friend for a little bit today after work. And I mentioned to her about the surgery, and she's like, why are you having the surgery done? And like, today's a perfect example, because look at my fucked up neckline. This is part of why I'm having the surgery done. Because I'm like, you know, I've shown this before, but like, here's the seam from my V-neck from my Uniqlo tank top. And then like all the way over here is the V-neck from my bra. So it's like, there's one V-neck. Here's the other one over here, because my right boob is normal and my left boob is like, needs to be fixed. And my shirts just go like this way. Obviously the Uniqlo shirt is moving more than the other shirt is. And I shouldn't have to be concerned about all of that. So, yeah. I don't know, but I found the shirt, so I was happy. And then I am noticing that I am having hot flashes more frequently, just in the past couple of days. I don't know what the hell that's all about. I was in the middle of work today and had a really long hot flash, and I'm like, That shouldn't happen because I just took the gabapentin and I don't know why. I mean, maybe it gets to a point where the gabapentin just doesn't work anymore. I have no idea. One thing at a time. I have to get through Thursday, and I'm just chronicling again on here. No particular agenda. I guess you can somewhat tell that I'm stressed because my fancy nails are gone. Yeah, I even painted. I painted when the other ones were peeling off, and even the painted ones, I'm like, I've had enough. And oh, I did have a sleep study. That didn't go super well. I had it done the Tuesday that my kids came home, which was probably not smart timing, but I didn't know when they were coming home, and I just, whatever, I booked it, but I did not sleep well at all. When you have the sleep study, it was a take-home kit. So I think I might have talked about this on the last vlog. I don't know, so I'll just make it brief. But you have this like box thing, and it's like Velcroed around your chest. And of course, like anything Velcroed around my chest is going to be uncomfortable. I did vlog about this actually last time, so you can just go back to watch that. But the wires were just like in the way. The longest one, like you have a pulse oximeter on your pointer, and that's why I mentioned with the nail polish, because I took off my gel nail polish on the one finger, it just peeled off super easy, so that the pulse oximeter would work okay, and it was taped to me, and then there's just like wires everywhere. It's just uncomfortable. So Lord knows what the heck the results of that are going to look like. I've been sleeping better the past couple of days, but like in weird spurts. Like I get home from work and tutoring, and then I'm just freaking exhausted. I'm just so tired. I'd love to take on more kids because I am getting enjoyment out of tutoring, but I'm just too tired. I just can't. Yeah. But I haven't even eaten dinner yet, which is bad because it's like 7 something, and I need to get better habits when it comes to bedtime. I feel like I haven't done that since I was like 14. But like I said, just, in a weird place because of scans on Thursday. And my breast surgeon moved to Texas. She got a job in Texas, so I don't even know who my new breast surgeon's going to be. Like, I don't need surgery my plastic surgeon is doing my surgery in January. But I still would see the breast surgeon just as a follow-up after the mastectomy. I just don't know who that person is because my chick is in Texas. I'm not concerned about it at all. Like everyone there is awesome, and I'm sure whoever I have will be fine. But I didn't tell a lot of people that I was even going in on Thursday. I'm tired of talking about it. I started these vlogs originally just to kind of keep tabs on stuff for me, and that's kind of where I am right now too, where I don't have like some big epiphany to share with all of you. I did hear things to help me be more positive when I did have an appointment with the oncology psychologist this morning, and I usually give like my great 2 cents that he says, and he did say some good things. And at this point I only meet with him like once a month just to check in, and I could meet with him more frequently, but like what's he gonna say? Like it takes time. Yeah, I get a lot of nuggets from him. It's just that like this is just the process of what it's like to heal from this shit. And it's a long process, and it is what it is, and I could meet with him every week, and it's not like it's going to make that much of a difference, and a lot of it just needs to come from me, and it just takes time. Like I go in roller coasters, and again my loop runs next week, so maybe I'll be a lot cheerier in about like 10 days, but I don't like my body right now. My legs are fine with the compression socks and stuff. I don't swell as much. My hair is okay. My makeup, I need new makeup my skin is not the way it used to be. My makeup is just not mixing well with my skin. But from like my torso up, I'm just not happy with what I look like. And like, it's frustrating. Even when it comes to my eyebrows, I never used to have to pencil my stupid eyebrows, and now I have to like do that because there's like pockets where the hair's just not growing. And again, it's not just cancer, it's just getting older. And I don't know. I even used like the arthritis cream on my feet the other day. What was I doing? I went to see my son's football game. It was his last one. I think it was before that. I wore shoes with a little bit of a heel because my Achilles have been bothering me again. Oh no, it was the next day. I drove my son, well, actually he drove himself back to college, but I then had to drive back home, and I didn't want my feet to get all stiff. I started having cramps in my foot again on the football after the football game, or on Saturday, which was like I haven't had those in a really, really long time. So it's kind of annoying to break out the arthritis cream, but like whatever. I've done my research about the Zameda, by the way, and like I do see that it does help out in many aspects, like A, about the cancer part, and B, to keep my bones strong as I get older in general, and definitely because I'm on medication that is hard on your bones and causes osteoporosis and osteoarthritis and all that fun stuff. I do have my Zameda infusion in early January. And then in between all of that, my birthday is next week. I think the day before my Lupron. That'll be a bizarro birthday gift for me. I don't know. And then, what else? Oh, December, mid-December, I get my permanent teeth put in. These are just temporaries. Not perfect timing with the Zameda the way it worked out. Like, I wish there was more of a gap between them, but the issues that happen with Zameda in your teeth, from my understanding, it's more like gum stuff and things like if you had an implant. Like, she's not drilling anything. She's going to take the temporaries out, obviously, but it's not really anything that should be impacting my gums or my bone really too much. Most of the work that she did that was like pretty invasive was already done before. So I don't know. Hopefully everything will be a walk in the park. I don't know. I'm just like, I'm almost numb to stuff at this point. It's like, whatever. I'm not like giving up. I'm just like, I don't have a lot of emotion about stuff. And it's weird for me because that's not usually how I am. So I'm going to go eat, shockingly, turkey. And have a piece of apple pie that I made. And then get to go to MGH tomorrow. I don't mind so much going to MGH, actually, even though it's in Boston and it's far now. But it's not Newton Wellesley. I don't associate MGH with like Newton Wellesley is a subsidiary of the MGH system, but I don't associate MGH with anything really cancer related. So, yeah. So I'll be there tomorrow, and then go to Newton Wellesley on Thursday. Go back to Newton Wellesley on Friday for my like gym workout program healing thingy, reconditioning my body stuff. Lots going on. Yeah. I don't know. So that's my chronicle for today. Day, I have no idea. Month, I have no idea. I am not keeping track. It's just a couple days after Thanksgiving and 2 days before my scans. That's my that's my timeline. All right, that's all I got for you. Sorry, nothing exciting. I got nothing to say like, be super and be awesome and love your body, because it's just not where I am right now. Alrighty. Hopefully next time I vlog, it will be after Thursday and I can say everything came back fine. If not, it'll be a longer vlog. We'll see. Bye.